What is good, y'all? It's good to be back. So, I thought today I would wake up and choose chaos. As y'all know, I covered on my channel in the past a lot of shill reviewers of movies. This was an incident that happened back in July after James Gunn's Superman's James Gunn, or James Gunn's James Gunn, featuring Superman came out. And I had a bit of an altercation on Instagram with a couple of Warner Brothers Hollywood shills. Now, I'm here to just expose them. I'm here to get my pound of flesh, essentially, because I was actually doing things with my life. I'm not like a complete, troglodyte like these people think that I am. I actually have a life I have to live. I have things I need to do. I'm creating art. I don't know how much things these guys create rather than just react to, because that's all they do is react to things. But I'm here to get my pound of flesh since I didn't get a chance to do it before. Going to all these shows and doing school. I ain't got time to roast fuckers like this, but now I got time today. So let's check it out. These guys were saying that, I accused them of being shills, right? Which, objectively, they are. And we'll take a look at the evidence. First, let's take a look at this post that I posted. It's the receipts. I say, waiter, I have this coupon for roasting a Hollywood shill. Been holding on to it for a while. I'd like to use it today, please. Well, today is that day, Past Isaac. We're going to make this well worth it. We see this. We got Logan is tweaking for real, saying, Snyder tears, keep crying, son. First of all, I'm not a Snyder fan. Fuck Zack Snyder. I never liked him. I liked some of his works. 300, Watchmen was okay. But, I don't really give... I would say Man of Steel is better than James Gunn's Superman. But these aren't Snyder tears. The movie fucking sucks. El Mayo cry. That's all these guys think about is me crying. That's all they care about is seeing somebody like me cry. Even though, you'll see here in a minute, the guys that are defending cry far more than I do. And they do it proudly. It's just bizarre. It's like, for real, if you think I care about Zack Snyder versus James Gunn, you're retarded, straight up. My Superman is Reeve and the animated series. Two pretty good Superman, if you ask me. I just want to see a good Superman film. And you shills want a Twitter fight, which is what they get. They'll get a Twitter fight. So, okay, but I'm pretty sure I've seen somewhere where you can tell that they did not like it right. That's when I was calling out the shills, Real Rejects. Now, granted, I used to watch the Real Rejects. I used to like them, actually. But this made me, completely 180 on them. I used to respect them. Now I got no fucking respect for these shills. Of course, Greg Alba, the guy who's probably the face of the Real Rejects and probably owns the thing, lists off a bunch of movies that, he said they didn't like, right? And that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to like those movies. I've said before, those movies are mostly trash if you look at them. But I was accusing them of being shills. They bring up a bunch of other movies that have nothing to do with Superman. And it says, do your research, dumbass. All right, well, we're about to show some research here in a little bit, but here's my response. And I forgot about this part. This guy, Greg Alba, responds to, I don't know, some fucking Venezuelan guy. I just listed a bunch of movies off the top of my head. Wasn't a fan of. A couple strongly mid to negative leaning, but was just based off his look. P3DOs won't respond once they're caught. Okay. So I want to address this. First of all, this guy, Greg Alba, all right, the guy who runs Real Rejects, just called me a P3DO and then says that I won't respond once I'm caught. First of all, I wasn't caught. I still stand by the fact that this guy's a shill, whether he liked those movies or not. It doesn't matter. And my stance remains solid on that because of the content I'm about to show you. And I said, damn, bro. Going straight to liking me to something evil because I'm calling you out on your bullshit. Typical. Used to be a fan of you guys too. This guy's doing crying emojis. They want me to cry. They do this shit. El Mayo, I guess none of those studios paid you enough, bud. And see, the crazy thing about these influencers, these shills, they like to think like they're being paid, right? Like being paid, given a check to see a movie. The thing is, if that were true, I might actually respect them more. If you were getting paid to give positive reviews about movies, I can understand that. You got to feed your family. You got to feed your dog. You got to do whatever, right? But these guys are doing it for access, for basic bitch stuff like talking to James Gunn, getting interviews with James Gunn, the director, getting red carpet, showings. And I'll show you all that here in a minute. That's what proves that they are shills, that they are not being honest about their reviews. Even if they genuinely like the movies, it doesn't make them honest. Greg says that the movie makes him want to be a better person. LMAO, he just called me a P3DO with no evidence the other day before blocking me. And that is true. Greg Alba blocked me. I'll show you here in a minute. I find that incredibly ironic given that he was hanging out with James Gunn, of all people. Exactly. He calls me a P3DO while he's hanging out with James Gunn. Yeah, let's look that up. James Gunn controversy. Let's see. Oh, really? Really? Look at that. James Gunn's controversial tweets in 2018 led to his firing from Marvel Studios. The tweets, which included jokes about SA, P3DOs, and sensitive topics that resurfaced. Fuck me, I clicked on the wrong article. Oh, well. My stance still remains. About this. You see that? P3DOs, significant backlash ties the Gun. That's why they fired him from Guardians of the Galaxy. And they want to call me a P3DO. Fuck you, Greg Alba. Fuck you. I had to burp. It is. It really is fucking ironic. Boy, this was a response to another thing where they were trying to say that they weren't shills. Boy, it bothers you guys that people see right through your BS. You may not be getting paid for your positive reviews, but you're going to red carpets and interviewing the director and getting goodie bags. You're shills. And let's take a look at it. Let's go right here. Oh, what's this? That's James Gunn. And there's Greg Alba. Look at that. Let's see. Nah. Nah. You're hanging out with James Gunn, dog. Ah, shit, that's the wrong way. That's Fantastic Four. But they're probably shilling for Fantastic Four, too. There it is. Yeah, they're shilling for F1. Really doesn't matter what they're shilling for. They're shilling for something. Let's see.
I see the online things. Who would beat whom? Homelander, Superman, or whatever. Adam Warlock or Brightburn. And I'm like, this is the stupidest conversation. Like, so then whoever would win this fight means that they're the best because I'll just go out and write Godman who can destroy you with a wink and I win. I win all the fights forever. But I didn't want a Superman who could punch planets. And also, we're creating a whole universe now. So what's a girl with wings going to do?
So James Gunn's telling me he doesn't like basic, regular, everyday nerd conversations. Thanks, James Gunn. That really makes me feel confident about the future of the DCU. Oh, look at this.
Hi, Olivia. Hi, Greg. That's just their backs. But they're here, too.
Let me see. Oh, I can't even go to Greg's page because he fucking blocked me.
John, and we're about to speak Superman!
Won't let me go because he fucking blocked me. Let's see. Oh, look at that.
I just thought it was so relatable when he was saying, I don't go online, but clearly he actually gets affected by some of the comments from time to time.
That's right.
And
that's James Gunn.
obviously you're active online. We've seen what you've had to deal with.
That's right. A couple little things
here and there.
Oh, really? A couple little things.
Infusing in here cathartic for you, or why did you want to incorporate Superman's responses that he has towards online criticism?
Well, obviously I relate. Obviously I relate to that. I do tune out most of social media, but
he's a fucking shill, dude. Greg Alba. Instagram. Let's see if I can get access to this. Oh, wow. Look at that. See, I'm still logged in on my profile, but Greg Alba has me blocked. Oh, well. Hey, at least he's got access to James Gunn for interviews.
It's always the weirdest. But I really did push myself for a couple of years. I wrote Creature Commandos, I wrote Superman, I wrote Peacemaker season 2, all in one.
And they're all
650
dog shit.
pages of material. By the time I got to Peacemaker, it was not fun, really. I mean, I was forcing myself into doing it.
Shill.
You know what? That was okay.
But I got offered to come here. This is the first thing that came to mind for me. An aspect that I absolutely
got
related
offered to come here.
is the idea of how to respond and react to pressure and responsibility. And I love seeing Superman have to combat that. And then I thought about you, how...
Whatever.
I'm Greg Alba with The Real Rejects. I'm trying to play it cool. I'm trying to act like I'm not ready to piss my pants at any moment right now, because this is one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. I'm going to go talk to James Gunn, one of my favorite filmmakers, for like 5 minutes. My heart's racing. I suffer with anxiety disorder, and it's only getting worse. But I'm ready to go, baby. Let's do this.
Go first. I
was very pessimistic about...
Here's that red carpet I was talking about. Goodie bags. Look, oh, that's David Dashamelin, or whatever his name is. Buddy of James Gunn. See, these guys like to act like they are just regular everyday YouTubers, just working out of their homes. You know, they occasionally make a viral video reviewing a movie or something. They're just so happy, so glad to be able to go to a red carpet and interview James Gunn and not benefit from the fucking traction and the clicks that they're going to receive from interviewing James Gunn. These guys are shills. By and large, period. They're shills. And dude called me a P3DO. That's why I'm making this video. It's because I used to like these guys. Now I got no fucking respect for them. And I never got a chance to respond. I never did. It sucks. Because they kind of threw me under the bus there. Even though they're hanging out with James Gunn, of all people.
We just got out of watching Superman. I want to get these guys' first thoughts right away.
You guys are really
This is the
untrustworthy.
greatest movie ever. I cried 10 times. I laughed out loud. I clawed into John. It's like perfect. It's perfect.
It was action-packed. It was heartfelt. It was bright and colorful, but also pretty. But
It was dog shit is what it was.
so much more.
I think it is the best Superman movie. It is not...
So even if you like the movie, you can't say it's the best Superman movie ever. That is fucking disingenuous. Of course, this is the original conversation I was having right here. If you remember. You guys are inherently untrustworthy. I believe the proper word is shill. But maybe you're right. Even if you are being genuine, basically, doesn't change the fact that you have lost your credibility for an early screening. That's what they got. Early screening, red carpet premieres, interviews with the director.
You can't miss it.
We just got out of watching Superman.
These guys fucking suck. They really do. And not because of anything that they've done personally. Like, they're good YouTubers and all that. They're good shills. I'll tell you what, they're good lapdogs. But these guys suck because they're disingenuous. They offer themselves and touch their toes for little things like access. Like mainstream access. And then they shit on people like me for calling them out for it. In fact, these guys were so damaged by that they made a whole bunch of Twitter shit. They went off on a rant on Twitter about it. I'll probably find it here in a minute, but Mr. Grizzy does a better job calling them out for it.
This is the first Superman movie that made me go like, I want to be a better person. We literally just got out of watching
look at those
the newest
deers.
Superman movie from director James Gunn. Don't let my calm demeanor fool you. It is only because I am so confident in how I feel about this movie, and I want to let that calmness really convey what it is.
I was overjoyed watching this. I mean, this has all of the different flavors I think that you could hope for from a
for the
Superman movie.
tears.
Like, it's not
Wait for
just
the
a
tears.
fuddy-duddy, like, do-gooder story, but that obviously is a part of the character, and it represents it well. It represents the humanity of Superman and the debate of his presence here on Earth amongst us
This
mere
big set
mortals. And
proof.
David Corenswet is just so charming and so real as a guy who, yeah, we can all look up at, but who also feels like just a kid trying to make it through the day, trying to be there for his dog, trying to get to work, trying to be there for his love, his family, trying to be there for the people who need saving. And somehow, even with all these other characters and all this, amalgamation of where the world is now, it never felt overwhelming. And it was a blast, but it was also heartfelt.
Just say it. It's my favorite Superman movie I've ever seen. You could accuse me of recency bias. You can say it's hyperbole, call me a shill. I don't give a shit. I really feel like this is the best Superman movie. I'm going to cry again.
Look at that.
It's happening right now.
Tears of a shill.
I know I got to rip.
Tears of a shill, and they accuse me of crying. They're like, quit crying. This guy literally cries on camera for fucking money. It really is fucking miserably depressing to watch that. That's his life.
So this weekend, as expected, the Superman embargo lifted, and people who like it are being accused of being shills or paid individuals. And that's really nothing new, right? But I feel like it's stronger than usual.
You have to disclose if you are paid for an ad.
Oh, God, yeah. I've been putting that out there so often. You have to.
You have to. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsorship. There's very specific.
The funny thing is that you do disclose it with every post that you make of showing you pictures on the red carpet, interviews with James Gunn, all the content you've made off of it. This very content right here, you're basically doing what I like to call monetizing the haters, which is what I am doing right now. So I don't want to hear this nonsense. This bitch needs to shut the fuck up and go back in the kitchen. I know that's an outdated term, but really, that kitchen probably dirty as fuck. She probably needs to be in there.
Positively, there.
I don't give a fuck about what she has to say. Are studios influencing reactions? Yes.
I got a question for you.
Shills can
Have you
cope all they
ever
want, but we know
been influenced
access
by
is your
that
currency.
yourself? Like, have you ever found yourself personally influenced by the tactic of that?
Would one be able to answer that question?
And it's
I
the-
have. Yeah, I can answer that question.
I guess if you know the answer is yes, and you can. I can't think of a time that I have. Although, to a certain extent, Greg, watching a movie alone on my couch feels different than watching a movie in the theaters in general, or watching a movie
Right.
with my friends. So I think
That's
I'm
retarded logic. That really is retarded logic. Seeing it in theaters or seeing it at your home doesn't change the reaction of being paid or getting access to see the movie. In fact, let's look up this. They're all hyping up Superman and getting it to be all, they're trying to shill for it, get people to go out and see it. Let's see their box office. Let's see, Superman 2025 box office. See, we had a strong opening weekend, earning approximately $122 million in the U.S. and Canada, so that's domestically. $95 million internationally. Overall, it had grossed to $331 million domestically and a $543 internationally, making it the highest grossing superhero film of 2025. So, highest grossing film of 2025, but what was the budget? What was the budget? So worldwide, it ultimately got $616 million. What was the budget? Because that will determine whether or not it was a fucking flop. This thing needed to be a $1 billion movie. People were even chanting that it was going to be a $1 billion movie. And look what happened. Didn't reach $1 billion. No, sir, did not reach $1 billion. As far as I'm concerned, if the budget basically says that I can't find the budget on this thing. But if the budget, you look at it, $250 million, let's say, is the budget, right? Then they would need to make about, double that for covering the expenses of ad revenue, and then, or of ads and advertisements and promotion. This is a bare minimum. They would have barely broken even with this number. Again, these movies have gotten so expensive that now you got to wonder, are they going to be making any money? $225 million. Yeah, this bitch was a flop. This bitch was a fucking flop. It needed to be at least $700, $800 million just to fucking break even or even be profitable. That is fucking sad. These guys sell their booties for access to get people to go see these movies. They go ahead and do interviews with the directors and then go online to defend the movie while they continuously keep making bank off of the content that they create, shilling for this stuff. It's disingenuous. These guys are like the lowest form of humanity. And I don't give a fuck about them. I stopped watching them. They're unreliable. But anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. I got my pound of flesh. I got that off my chest. I've been having it on my chest for a long time. But now I finally got it off. And balls in your court, real rejects. You can call me out. You can respond. You can do whatever you like. I kind of don't give a fuck what you do at this point. But hey, live your life. Go out there and have fun. Continue selling your booty for clicks and access. And I'm going to continue keeping it real here on my channel. So thank y'all for watching. And don't smoke crack.